Hi, and welcome to my site. I wanted to take a few minutes and just answer some of the questions that you may have as you are looking around, looking at the different pages, and just getting to know more about what type of work this is. So one of the questions a lot of people have is, what is this? Like, will this actually help me? Will this help me with my situation? So I wanted to take a few minutes and tell you the type of people and the type of situations that people usually come to me and want to have help with. So there are usually two different areas that people will come and see me about. One of them has to do with the past. So there could be things from their past that they're just having a hard time getting over. Maybe it's something, tragic that happened to them. Maybe it's the death of a parent or the death of somebody that they loved, or maybe something happened to them as a child. Maybe they were molested or had boundaries that were infringed upon, or something that for them it was traumatic. And so they just know that they have issues to do with their past. And so they want to help letting go of that pain, letting go of those memories, letting go of the emotional charge that is still connected to those events so that they can move forward. Now, if this is somebody who has been like severely molested or something like that, I'm not a psychologist. That's not what I do. But a lot of my clients have had things that have happened to them that it doesn't still, how should I say, affect them on a daily basis in terms of like they're still crying about it and like focused on it, but yet it's showing up and causing problems in other areas of their life, in their relationships, how they feel about themselves, their self-esteem, their sense of self-worth, these sorts of things. So I help people to get rid of the junk from the past, the emotional baggage from the past, so that they can move forward, right? And then another area that I help people is in personal development, kind of transformational work. So people will find something in their life that just bothers them about themselves, something that they want to change. I've had quite a few clients with anxiety, where it's panic attacks or excessive worrying or ruminating on things. So that's a common one for me. Another one is like just not loving themselves or not feeling like they have a lot of self-worth or self-confidence, not accepting themselves as they are, fear of conflict, not having any boundaries, not being able to say no to people. So usually people, it's kind of like I ask people, what is it about yourself? If you could change something, what would you want to change? What is it about yourself that you feel like it's a liability, something that you want to change, you try and change, but you just can't seem to change. You'll try for a little bit, but it's just like you just can't change. And it seems like it's who you are, but yet it's negatively affecting, your life. So that's some of the areas that I work on with people. One of the questions that I'll have is kind of like, will this work for me? Well, this will work for anybody who wants it to work. So to do this type of work, you have to understand that this isn't a quick fix. I don't have a magic wand. If I had a magic wand, man, life would be amazing. But the truth is that we have been through many things in life, and it's a buildup of all these things that we have gone through. And it's like it forms a fabric of who we are. These different, it doesn't have to be traumatic, these different things. It just has to be intense. And so it makes us who we are. And so, if you've been anxious all your life, you think the 1 or 2 sessions you're going to be like magically better. It doesn't work that way. Usually it's kind of like a pile of different things that we're taking them off one by one, and figuring it out. So for some things, like say if it was nightmares with your child, okay, maybe 2 or 3 sessions. But for transformational, like real personal development, usually my average client is somewhere between 10 and 20 sessions to do the work. So you have to be in a place where you're okay with it being a process. You're okay financially. You're willing to invest in yourself and the time and in the emotional strength that it takes to do this. It's not super emotional, but it can be super emotional because the actual process is very simple. It's not emotional. But as you let things go, it's like a can of worms that's been opened up, and your body will bring things up, bring up these emotions, bring up these memories, and it can be a little bit messy in how you feel, but it's a good thing. It's a good thing because I always say it's kind of like spring cleaning. When you want to clean your house, you'll start to clean and your house will get super messy, but it has to get messy before it can get clean. It's kind of the same way emotionally. It can get a little bit messy as we're dealing with things, but as we clear them out, you'll become more and more clean inside, and you'll just feel more and more free. So how does it work? How is it possible that I can work with somebody and they're not in front of me? They're not at my home office. Well, this is how I do things by proxy. And this is the hardest part for people to wrap their mind around, because we're just not used to this. We're used to a traditional come to an office, sit in front of the psychiatrist, talk about your problems, and you have to be there. Well, in this type of work, we call it working by proxy. So a lot of my clients, I work either by the phone or through FaceTime or Skype. I prefer the face-to-face, like being able to see each other over FaceTime or Skype, because then we can connect. It's almost like you're right in front of me. So what it is that I am able to tap into your subconscious and work on me in lieu of you, and I can get answers about your body for you, release them on me, and it releases on you. Like, what? What did you just say? Like, what? That's crazy. Well, it's just because we're just not used to it. Like, how is it that we're even able to do internet? It's just over Wi-Fi, but how is that even possible? Like, how can I phone China on my phone? And I just do, and instantly I connect to China. It's through these waves. Well, it's kind of a similar idea. Well, in my mind, I just make it a connection to you. It's like an energetic extension cord, and I connect to you. And I'm able to ask questions about you and get the answers through muscle testing. Now you're like, what the heck are you even talking about? Well, go to my Energy 101 page and you can learn more about the subconscious and how it all works, and how about muscle testing, and kind of it explains this process. I don't have time to explain all that here right now, but it's highly effective. Muscle testing is something that is very well known. And I just see this whole concept seems weird because we're not used to it. Because, anytime it's a new concept, when people aren't used to something, they fear it. But I can tell you, it works. It works. And so you just have to trust me on that. So that's how it works. Will it work for you? Yes, if you want it to work for you. How many sessions? If you want a transformational work, it's going to be a while. It's going to be 10 to 20 sessions. Let me see. Any other common questions? I can't think of any more. If you have any questions for me, I'd be happy to answer them. The best thing to do is, just sign up for a free consultation. If you have questions about it and you're wondering, will this work for me? Just sign up, and my appointment's there for a free consultation, and I can answer any of your questions, and you can share with me. I mostly deal with emotional stuff. That's what I love to do. This work can touch on the physical problems, because we all know that emotional stress causes physical problems. They know that. They just don't know what to do with it. They don't know how to figure it out. Well, a lot of our emotional pain from the past will manifest itself into the body and cause us physical pain. So there are many practitioners that's all they focus on, is working on people's physical issues. But I love the emotional stuff. That's what I like to deal with. I love the anxieties and the fears and the insecurities, and not feeling like you have any self-worth, and wanting to love yourself. And that's what I love to do. So if you're looking for change, if you feel stuck, if you want to improve yourself, your relationships, your business, you feel stuck and you want to make more money, whatever it is, it's all these things that are, underneath that are inhibiting us. We can find the root of what's actually causing that and clear it so that you can move forward. So anyways, I hope that was helpful. I hope you learned something, and I hope you were able to somehow answer some of the questions that you may have. And like I said, if you have any other types of questions, send me a message and I'd be happy to answer them for you. So anyways, that's all. Take care, and we'll talk to you soon. Thank you.